Introduction to Python by Krithal of Class 9C. So, hello everybody, this is Krithal of Class 9C, and today I will introduce to a Python programming language. Let's move on to our today's agenda. We are going to cover these following syntax and programs: variable declaration, syntax and commands, data type, if and else condition, and small hands on programming. Now let's move on to variable declaration. Variable declaration in Python is to hold the values like age is equal to 20, name is equal to Jack, year is equal to 2010, first underscore name is equal to Joe. So age, name, and year are variables lives which hold different values in it. Note, while declaring variable, you cannot use special characters like and, hash, and etc. And variable cannot start with a number like first year. It's incorrect variable. Syntax and commands. Following are the commands used in Python. Input and print. Input. The purpose of this method is used to take input from the user. Print. The purpose of this method is used to print the text on the screen. Let's move on to data type. Data type. These following 14 data types are used in most of the Python programmings in our day-to-day lives. Int. Int purpose is to represent integer value, like age is equal to 20. And float. Float is representing the floating numbers. The price 99.99 or 19.99. These are the floating points number. String. To represent the text string values, name is equal to John. Then bool. To represent boolean values, is underscore student is equal to true. List. To represent an order of collection, like fruit is equal to apple and banana. So in this, like for example, we can take on shopping list. So it will also help in shopping list. Now, tuple. To represent an order or immutable collection, coordinates is equal to 10, 20. Set. To represent an unordered collection of unique items, unique underscore number in curly brackets 1, 2, 3. Dict. To represent the collection of keys, key value pairs. Student is equal to name, then John, age, then 18. Complex. To represent complex number, like complex number, so we can take 2 plus 3j or 2 plus 3x. Then none type to represent result is equal to none. Then bytes to represent binary data. Then bytary to represent mutable binary data. Then range to represent a sequence of number like 1 to 10, 10 to 14, 10 to 100, or 1 to 100. Frozen set to represent immutable set. So 1, 2, 3. So these are the data types. Let's move on. If is equal to condition statement. Here we are going on from with 44 conditions. Conditions and definition. If A is greater than B, we will write it like this. If A is less than C, and if we write equals means equal. If we write greater and equal, so we say A may be greater or equal to B, which not equal to, which not confirm. Then another second case, we have less than or equal to. We have the same condition. A could be less or equal to B. Now let's move on some small hands coding. Print syntax. And this we have written name is equal to J in double quotes and print hello plus name. Let's do it practically. Just a minute. Mm. Uh, just a minute. Should yes. Now let's go over here and then write programs. Programs. This is it's opened directly. So this is an online Python compiler, and this is very interactive. It does not have an proper app, but on site, it's very friendly. In this, you can also compile many Python languages as online C compiler or C++ or C hash or JavaScript or online Golan or PHP or Swift. These are the compilers in this wide range of compiling. Now here we will move on with the print syntax command. So we will write name equal to in double quotes, just a minute, double quotes J. Now over here we can we will move to the next line, then print in brackets, then this thing and hello. Then I will give the plus symbol and write name. Now let's move. Let's see if this works or not. Hello J. Now let's move to input and print age, which is our next topic. Here we go. Just a minute. You will write age equal to int, then then this thing. Just a minute. INPUT, then again with this thing. Now I will write in double quotes. Enter your age. Now I will move on my second line. Print your age is. mm, Then I came off from the colon brackets and I write age with a comma. Let's run. Oh sorry, by mistake I wrote the spelling. Yes, now run. Enter age, let's try 54. It also 54. Now let's say 14. It also 14. Yeah, now 14. Your age is 40. Now let's move on second code, which is for checking our eligibility for voting. So let's go again on programs, remove this code and write again age is equal to this, then in just a minute, int, then input, then again, then enter your age. Now enter, then if age is greater than or equal to 18, then print your you are eligible for voting. people eligible for voting or voting for vote. Yes. Now again, else, else, then we have, then just a second, control Z. Then I will write the same thing, control C and control V. And instead of you are, I will say you are not. Let's add coding. Yes, it's working. Now let's move on to our next code, which is area of square. Now for faster, uh, for the faster sake of fast the video, I will, instead of writing all the codes by hand, I will paste it, which I've already written. Now in this code I have written, I have taken a variable like side. Now side is equal to int, then input and then enter your side of square. Now area of square is equal to side into side, as we all know. Then print area square, comma square. So let's do 5. Okay, so let's do it again. Good. Bravo. Now let's move on. Perimeter of square. Again, here we have the same double code, but instead of in the area of side into side, we have written side into 4 or 4 into side. Let's write 5, 20. Then let's write 54, 180. Now let's move on area of rectangle. This is little bit higher than the area of perimeter or area of square and area of perimeter. Area and perimeter of square. So in this again, I have put the length variable and width variable. So in this, I have multiplied length into width, both variables into each other. And let's run this. Let's take 5 and 7 again. So let's move on to the area perimeter. This is the area of rectangle. Now let's move on to the perimeter of rectangle, which is which I will write by myself only. So by removing this thing, control A, not this one, my mistake. Yeah. Now let's have again length, length equal to int, then input, then again this thing, and we have, and just a second, enter, just a second, enter the now I will, just a second, instead of it, I will write with, control Z, with, and here also the same, WIDTH with. Now perimeter, just a second, underscore angle equal to 2 into, then in bracket, ENGTH plus, yes. Now I will again write PR print and PRINT print perimeter, where print the perimeter of the rectangle. Uh, just a second. Yeah. Then now exit from the, then we have this thing. Let's not this one. Yes. Now let's move to one bigger programming, which is an Python calculator. Yeah. So in this, I have written num1, so my variable is num1, and as I already before told you, this could be a variable, not first. So num1 is equal to float, as also I told you. Then float, then input, then enter your following number. Then operator, you can choose what operation you want to run. For example, addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. These are the following things. Now, if the operator is addition, then add, subtraction, then subtract, multiplication, then multiply, and then divide, so divide. So if the operators are invalid, suppose I have written and, so it's an invalid operator for this program. So it will show invalid operator. Now let's run this. Let's write 155. Let's take multiplication. Then enter your 5. It's 775. Now let's run this again. I will write 5, then plus, just a second, 5, enter, plus, enter, plus, 5, 7. It's running. Now let's run 65. Then an invalid operator, which is, for example, I have taken enter the symbol. Then enter, then this. So it shows invalid operator. The result equal to invalid operator. Now with this, I will add my presentation. The end. By Kritim Vermal from class 9C.